haven't really talked about the setup, but as y'all see in the picture, I never said anything about a turbo, but this car is a turbo car.
Feel like when you get to the point where like these are my toys, man.
What up, y'all? I've been gone for a minute, I know, but make sure you subscribe, like, share. And did I say subscribe? You gotta subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't subscribed, I don't know what you're doing. You about to miss everything. This is my 1990 Sedan DeVille update video, aka Gramps. Let's get into the details. Alright, now there's a lot of things that has changed since the original plan of me and this LS4 about, I want to say it's been about a year now. Plan originally was have the LS4 built by my boy Brandon Furches, LS4 King, and then have that motor shipped down here and have it put in and to shoot the whole thing of everything we did to get the motor put into this car. Now, since then things have changed. Obviously COVID held up a bunch of stuff, and you know, me and Brandon had a conversation about a timeline because the goal was to have this car at LS Fest this year. That goal we will meet. After us having a conversation about the build, he asked me if he could actually put the motor in the car and do all the fabrication to make that motor and everything work with this car. So of course he's the one that came up with the setup. LS4 turbo, is running the 4T80E, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Yeah, the 4T80E transmission, which was out of a Cadillac. I want to say the North Star Cadillac. So I haven't really talked about the setup, but as y'all see in the picture, I never said anything about a turbo, but this car is a turbo car. It's running LS4 King 77 mil turbo. The car will have a slap shifter because with that setup, I guess the computers or whatever is no way you can run an auto with that setup. So that's what we're doing with this. Eventually I might go through the actual, because I got all these invoices of basically my bill sheet of what we're doing and everything that has been already done, honestly, because as you see by the photo, we're starting on this July the 1st. Brandon's getting the car. This car will be shipped from here in Richmond to him in Massachusetts. So end of June this car is out of here, so I'm getting it ready now. I got about a month's time to get it ready to ship out there for him to start the project. And I'll probably go out there like once, maybe twice, just depending on, you know, work schedule and everything. Get out there and actually shoot, you know, halfway mark, see what's been done, see what we have to get done. But again, this car will be at LS Fest, motor in the car. Probably be my first time driving it, truth be told, because it should be done. Timeline, we're thinking mid to end of August. 800 wheel horsepower. Y'all can please go look up his setup. I'm running the exact same setup, but we're fabricating it to work with this Cadillac. It should be crazy because I was even looking at the weight of a Monte Carlo compared to my car, and it's about 100 pounds difference. That could be the motor, honestly, because I think this motor weighs way more than the aluminum LS4. So we should definitely, you know, he's running 10s. Hopefully same setup. I'm hoping to get into the 10s as well. So I think it will, because, you know, we talking low boost. You know, if your boy want to crank it up to 1100, I can. It's an E85 only setup. With the amount of horsepower I wanted to run, which my number was always 800 wheel at least. So with that setup, he was telling me the only thing I could do is go E85. So that's what we doing. As far as we got most everything figured out. Like the engine, like I said, the engine, the trans. So as far as the fuel pump, because this car, again, is gonna need a lot of fuel. We're doing a brushless Holley system to be installed, not in this actual tank, but in a stock. I'm gonna get a new one, a stock 90 Cadillac DeVille tank, and a brushless Holley system I want to say it has 3 or 4 fuel pumps inside of it. So with that, we should be good as far as feeding the motor and being able to get enough fuel into the car. I'm trying to think what else, man. There's so much stuff, like, off the top of my head, just trying to remember everything that we've talked about and done and that y'all don't know. Now, as far as how we're gonna make it work together, so everything's Holley. So this car is basically a shell, honestly. Like, there's nothing Cadillac when the swap is done other than this body, my interior. Everything else, drivetrain and everything else, I mean, some of the drivetrain, I guess, technically is Cadillac because of, you know, the transmission being from a Cadillac. But as far as this 90 Cadillac, nothing but the body is a 90 Cadillac. So I can't use any, I mean, you probably could figure out a way to use a regular, like, wire harness, but as far as my setup, the easiest way to get this setup done is to go standalone. So we going Holley EFI standalone system in this car. I will be running, I want to say, I haven't picked which one, but the Holley digital gauge cluster that has all, you know, miles per hour, RPM. You can check all your, you know, temps and all that good stuff. I will be running that in this car as well. This will basically be a sleeper car. If you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. But I am gonna drag race this car. Hopefully when I go to Kentucky, if I can figure out what my lug pattern is, I might try to get some drag radials and take it down the track for the first time out there. We shall see. Like I said, this is gonna be the show and go car. Crazy part, it's still gonna look like this, so it's gonna be the ultimate sleeper for a very long time. Well, not very long, you know. I'm gonna start fixing up the body and the outside slowly, but I think it's gonna be more fun like this, looking stock and people just thinking, you know, my muffler's missing or something, then, you know, have it fully done show car at the moment. So I'm gonna enjoy it in every phase. Like I said, I had this car since I was 15. I'm about to be 34, so that tells you anything. I ain't new to this, true to this, bro. What else, man? I'm trying to think. That might be everything. I might be missing something. Who knows? Y'all let me know if y'all have any questions. Please go and follow my boy Brandon Furches at LS4 King. All the links and everything in the description below. And I mean, I appreciate y'all blowing them up with, you know, especially my Cadillac community. He told me that a lot of y'all have reached out to him about doing a car like mine, basically. But when I tell you, this is no, if you don't have 20K to throw out the window, it's not worth even trying, honestly, because you're gonna get halfway with the project, not gonna be able to afford to finish it. So, disclaimer, if you're running this setup, nothing is cheap. Like, you're gonna spend a lot of bread to do this setup, period. The oil pan I'm looking at right now is $899. Now let me explain again. When you getting swapped parts and you can't run something that's stock, there's gonna be a lot of different things that has to happen for you to be able to make this work. So in order to even get the transmission, the 4T80E, even work with the LS4, one, some grinding got to be done. Two, that oil pan is needed because it relocates the starter, which wouldn't work with that transmission. Like with a stock LS4, if you're going LS4 and you use that stock, I think it's a 4T60E transmission, which is way weaker. If you're running that stock LS4 trans, you good. I don't think you really have to relocate anything and don't even need this oil pan. But this specific oil pan, Brandon Furches designed it with Moroso to make this oil pan just for the specific setup. So, like, that's $899. That's just for an oil pan, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that ain't no oil, that ain't nothing. Like, that's for the oil pan. So you start adding all that up, and then the motor, and then the trans. Now, the reason I had to go with this trans, now if you're looking to do, I'm sure you can spend a lot less money if you're looking to do an LS4 with the stock 4T60E transmission and stock, and just swapping in this. There's a lot of other things that I'm doing that you won't have to do. You still gonna spend a lot of money, but not this amount. The reason I didn't go with that transmission is because that transmission is weak. As long as you're as long as you riding stock, I think stock you get 300 horsepower or something like that. If the motor stock trans, you good. But me pushing this type of horsepower, I will blow that shit up all day long, twice on Sundays. So this setup that I'm running is in his car. I think he started the setup like 5 years ago. I've seen a video of 5 years ago of him with this setup in he had a gray Monte Carlo at the time, and it was running 11s. He was at like 700 and some horsepower, I want to say, back then, running 11s in that setup. Never blew axles, never broke the transmission. So this is a tested setup. It just never been put in this car. And a lot of y'all ain't running front wheel drive anyway, so you know that part. My only complaint with this car was that it was slow. I saw a Cutlass was LS4 swapped. I want to say at this point it's probably been 12 or more years now. I haven't found a video lately. I might try to go back and see it, but I will put links to all the videos of my boy Brandon's car, his Monte Carlo, that's been on countless magazines. The goal is to get this on magazines as well when it's done, obviously, or maybe even as a project car until I finish the car. Maybe they can just get it in this form with the LS swap, you know what I'm saying? I could have did like regular, you know, silver, maybe chrome dip stuff, but it made it, you know, that type of show car. But as much as I like chrome, I like being stealth way more. I wanted to be able to pop the hood and everything be black, and you just think, you know, regular 90 Cadillac sedan DeVille, you know what I'm saying? It's a grandpa car. That's why I call it Gramps. But yeah, I didn't really want to be flashy with the motor. Like, I want everything black so you don't understand, you know what I'm saying? You might be looking for something and, you know, it's black just in case, you know, depending on where the turbo is located. Hopefully you don't really see it in the grill. I'm trying to be real sleeper car for a minute. Again, Gramps. Y'all stay tuned, man. If y'all have any questions, please, y'all know where to find me. You gotta subscribe though. Like, share, comment under this. There's no inbox. I check it randomly, the comments. But you can follow me at Keitra Lamar on everything. So it's no reason you can't contact me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Snapchat. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Hell, I don't check my TikTok, but Keitra Lamar TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll notify me eventually. Again, big respect to everybody who do this YouTube thing too, though. I follow all y'all and I'm a fan, so hopefully I'll get up there one day and be able to race some of y'all, man, with these Hellcats. I plan on it. Y'all make some noise, help me get my stats up so people gotta recognize what this is. I'm gonna have to change this plate. That's what I need help with too. Hey, cause I gotta renew these joints like this month. And I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna put on the plate this time. Cause, you know, as much as I like why I hate I don't. You know what I'm saying? We gotta put some go fast type stuff on the license plate, or some people don't understand. Like, I might put LS powered, or I don't know. I gotta play with it, kind of come up with something. But if y'all come up with something that y'all think go with Gramps, y'all let me know. But we'll see you in the next one. Gone.